Every morning you add a new page to the book of your future. But the question is, do you even know what is being written on that page? Many people think their destiny will suddenly change one day, like a miracle will happen and their life will turn around. But the truth is, a miracle happens every day. When you wake up, when you think, when you make decisions, and when you repeat a habit. Your destiny is not made by one big decision, but by those small decisions you repeat every day. Your habits, those very habits you take lightly, are the most powerful things shaping your tomorrow. How you think every day, how you wake up, the first thing you do, the things you tell yourself, all are creating a story. And that story is not just today's, it is becoming the script of your entire life. Do you think checking your phone as soon as you wake up, spending the day without a plan, working without goals, are just habits? No. They are drawing maps on the walls of your mind that will decide where you go, how high you reach, and whether you will ever get there at all. Every winner's life has a pattern, and that pattern is hidden in one word: discipline. But discipline is not something big. It is hidden in those small habits when no one is watching, when no one is appreciating, when no one is expecting. When Abraham Lincoln studied by candlelight every night, that was not a performance. It was a habit. When Thomas Edison tried to make the bulb after failing 1,000 times, that was not passion. It was a daily habit. When Sachin Tendulkar practiced the same stroke 1,000 times, that was not talent. It was habit. People think great people are different, but no. Great people are ordinary people who repeat extraordinary habits every day. Think. Your mind is a field, and every habit is a seed. If you sow seeds of laziness, doubt, and procrastination every day, what harvest will you reap tomorrow? But if you sow seeds of focused thought, positive thinking, and diligence every day, then watch, time will bow down to you. You have the power to completely change yourself if you can change your habits. But why don't we change? Because we fall in love with our comfort zone. Waking up early is hard. Going to the gym is exhausting. Reading books seems boring, and fighting for goals seems scary. But remember, what is difficult is essential. Comfortable habits break you slowly, and difficult habits build you slowly. Every day when you step out of your comfort zone, your future moves in a new direction. When you start saying no to things that hinder your progress, late night scrolling, pointless gossip, self-doubt, then you begin to become a new person. When you wake up at a set time every day, even when you don't want to, then the universe gets a signal that this person is ready. When you complete a task even without motivation, then you are running on purpose, not emotions. Every habit is like a brick in a building. One wrong brick can weaken the whole structure, and one strong brick can support the entire building. People say, I need motivation now. But I say, you need systems. Because motivation comes occasionally, habit works every day. The power of your future lies hidden in your systems today. And how is that system built? Start with paper and pen. Start every day with a plan. End every night with reflection. talk to your diary more than your phone. Just as a writer crafts his novel word by word, you create your future habit by habit. Every small decision of your day, waking time, what you read, what you think, who you talk to, what you eat, how much you sleep, all are like a time machine. It will take you either to the life you desire or to the life you wanted to leave behind. This is where the life you truly want to live begins. But there is another truth. The habits building you today can break you tomorrow if they are giving you stagnation, not growth. You have to ask yourself every day, am I just repeating or am I moving forward? Many people live for years with the same habit thinking they are being consistent. But consistency works only when it gives birth to growth. If that habit is holding you in one place, it is not consistency, it is captivity. You have to ask yourself tough questions. Is my morning making me sharper? Is my thinking strengthening my dreams? Are my habits bringing me closer to the person I want to become? If the answer is no, today is the time to change everything. Listen, no one in the world cares about your intentions. The difference comes when those intentions become habits, when your timetable starts protecting your dreams, when your routine connects with the depths of your soul, then you become unstoppable. Any big dream without deep habits remains just an imagination. If you want to change the world, first change your morning. Because morning is the time when the whole world is sluggish and only a few people are awake, truly awake. At that time, if you can get yourself up, understand that you have taken the first step towards winning the future. Those who win make a promise to themselves every day, and then those habits protect that promise. You first have to free yourself from the habits pulling you back. The beginning is small. Just pick up a notebook, write down your weakest habit, and remind yourself every day, if I change this, I can change myself. A person repeats what he deeply believes about himself. If you believe you are weak, your habits will be the same. But if you believe you are like iron, then every habit will become the sharp edge of your intention. This is not poetry, it is science. Neuroscience says your brain repeatedly chooses the path it experiences most repetition. Every habit creates a neural pathway. The more you repeat it, the faster that path becomes. Now think. Have you taught your brain to walk on paths leading to ruin? Or are you steering it daily in a powerful new direction? Every time you try to do something new, difficult, and right, your brain will resist because it fears change. But remember, the brain is a servant, not the master. You have to command it, and it will obey. You have to become what your brain does not understand today, but your heart knows that is your true destination. Between your dreams and your reality, there is only one bridge. Habit. Every habit is a brick. Place one brick every day in the right direction, and one day you will build such a life that people will see and say, "How did this happen?" And then you will smile and say, "It happened because of those small decisions I made every day when no one was watching." Because habits are real only when there is no applause, no validation. When you do it just for yourself, every day without stopping. Every winner in the world has a routine that separates him from average people. They decide at night what they will do in the morning. They live by direction, not distraction. They do something every day that puts them in discomfort, because they know growth happens where there is pain. So next time your mind says, "I will start tomorrow," tell it, "The future is being written today, and I am changing it now." Many people think change comes from inspiration, but the truth is, change comes from a decision, and the decision becomes permanent when it turns into a habit. Inspiration applauds, but habit makes you run on the field. Ask yourself one question: are my habits worthy of my dreams? Because if your habits are not worthy of the life you want to live, then dreaming of that life is just a deception. Every time you wake up late, every time you procrastinate, every time you turn your fear into an excuse, you are dropping a brick from your future. But every time you wake up on time, every time you embrace discomfort, every time you keep your promise, you are reshaping yourself, giving your future a new form. Understand this: successful people do not have different brains. They have the same fears, the same fatigue, the same distractions. The difference is, they have mastered their systems and rituals. Every day, one rule, one time, one task, without excuses. Steve Jobs wearing a black turtleneck was also a habit to avoid decision fatigue. Kobe Bryant waking up at 4 a.m. for shooting practice was not just dedication, it was a habit of discipline. When your habits connect with your vision, then you become legendary from average. Every habit is a signature written on your future. You can conquer the world with one habit and lose everything with one habit. One bad habit can throw you back years without excuses. Steve Jobs wearing a black turtleneck was also a habit to avoid decision fatigue. Kobe Bryant waking up at 4 a.m. for shooting practice was not just dedication, it was a habit of discipline. When your habits connect with your vision, then you become legendary from average. Every habit is a signature written on your future. You can conquer the world with one habit and lose everything with one habit. One bad habit can throw you back years, and one good habit can make you what you never even imagined. But where to start? Start small, but firmly. Repeat a mantra every morning. I am becoming what I am repeating. And this mantra is not just words. It is a warning, a prayer, and a resolution. Every habit, small or big, releases an energy that becomes part of your personality. If you meet people with a smile every day, it is not just courtesy, it becomes your mindset. If you are thankful every day, it is not just culture, it is a door opening to abundance. And if you procrastinate every day, complain, blame others, that is not just a symptom, it is preparing the ground for your defeat. You only need to understand one thing: you came to change yourself, not the world. As long as you keep trying to change others, you will keep getting tired. But the day you focus on your habits, that day will be your day of power. Then you will not be a slave of time. Time will become your servant. Then you will not wait for the weekend. Every day will be your crafted masterpiece. Then you will not need inspiration from others. You will become the inspiration. Then your habits will speak, and you will not need to say anything. This life, this time, this body, all are ready at your command. The commander just needs clarity. Your clarity is your master plan, and your habits are the way to turn that plan into reality. People look for shortcuts, but the real shortcut is the habit of self-discipline. When you don't compromise your priorities daily, when you reject distractions, when you choose consistency, then you are running the same race that the world's greatest winners have run. What you repeat every day decides whether your name will be lost in a crowd or recorded in history. Your habits create your identity, and from identity comes your influence. People will know you more by your consistency than by your words. People will recognize you more by your day-to-day routine than by your dreams. And the man who carves himself daily through his habits without stopping, without tiring, becomes what the world calls extraordinary one day. But there is nothing extraordinary. Extraordinary is just the right repetition of ordinary things. Every time you say yes to your goal, you are saying no to your old version. And this is the real battle, against that part of yourself that wants comfort, shortcuts, praise, but not results. If you want to change your life, first change your mornings, then your thoughts, then your choices, and then when habits form, don't protect them from anyone's eyes. Let them shine before the world so that people understand greatness is not a gift, it is a habit. The truth is, nothing happens overnight, not success, not failure. Everything is built slowly, by one choice every day, one decision every hour, one habit every moment. When you push your capabilities a little more every day, you are expanding the boundaries of possibility. You can be the person who changes the direction of your entire family. You can bring habits that will set the standard for your coming generations. Your rising, sitting, thinking, working is not just yours. The shadow of your habits is very long. It reaches your children, it reaches your society, it reaches your legacy. So the question is again the same. Are you choosing habits today that will make history, or those that will make you anonymous? Every day you have this choice. Be average or be exceptional. Every morning is an open invitation to greatness. But only those accept that invitation who rise, think, and repeat those habits that seem difficult to others. Because that is where the real magic is. That is why some people work silently, and one day the whole world becomes their voice. Because they changed the world with their habits. They wrote their future every day with action, thought, and habits. Now it's your turn. How long will you keep thinking, I will start someday? How long will you wait for external motivation? How long will you believe that your circumstances should change first? No. Circumstances don't change. Habits change. And when habits change, everything changes. The change you seek is not outside. It is in your daily decisions. It is in that choice, whether you hit snooze or get up. It is in that choice, whether you scroll or read. It is in that choice, whether you procrastinate or begin. Decide today that your habits will no longer be your enemy. but your greatest weapon. Decide that you will not be average, because you are leaving average habits. Decide that your routine will now be worthy of your dreams. Because remember, your habits are writing your